Hi, good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
Happy
Happy Coffee
Thursday.
with the Coaches Thursday.
Yep, exactly. Super fun.
So this one is going to be, I think, very interesting. I really enjoy it because it kind of talks about stuff that we know, but we've never put it into context. You know what I mean? There's
Mhm.
people don't really, people don't realize it until like after the fact.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. It's going to be exciting to talk about, well, energy. You're talking about energy.
Yeah.
We kind of did a little bit with sound
Mm-hmm.
last week in terms of energy and how it affects people, but now we're talking about energy in general, I guess, and
Yeah.
how
Yeah.
sometimes other people's energy affects our energy.
Yeah. So have you ever left a conversation feeling completely drained or completely uplifted and happy and joyful? And
Yeah, absolutely. Both,
and
right?
yeah, yeah. I mean, usually most of the time it's like you meet a new person and you like feel it's like the vibe, you feel the energy and you're like, and especially if it's like a collaborative moment and you're like going back and forth and it's like, yeah, yeah. And you're like so excited and things are just like flowing.
Yeah.
That's fun.
That is fun. That is fun. And I don't know, like, can people feel other people's energy? I mean, I can. I'm just wondering if like can you feel the energy in the room sometimes or maybe you don't know that it's energy. Like you walk into a room and you're like, this doesn't feel right. Like something is off or I don't feel comfortable here
Hmm.
or right? Or the
Hmm.
opposite. This
Hmm.
is amazing. I feel so I just feel good here, and that is energy that's in that room that is from the people there, in that space.
It made me think of like, when you go to crowded places, like maybe a concert venue or whatever, and
Mhm,
maybe it's like standing only. I mean, I don't do
mhm.
this anymore, but when I was younger, I did. And that is like sometimes good and sometimes not so good. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Maybe because it's just an overwhelming amount of energy coming, all circling around. I don't know.
yeah, yeah. So you sometimes can sense the tension,
Hmm.
or sometimes you can feel it coming, like in terms of there's been some concerts that I've been to that I'm like, something's gonna happen. Like you could sense the tension is getting people are getting tense, whatever. It's kind of
Really?
uh-huh. Or sporting events.
Well, the punk concerts, yes.
And I've been
You
to
got to
plenty
stop
of
going to
those.
Social D. No, just kidding.
Hey, can't
But
give it
yeah.
up yet.
Hmm.
But yeah, you can walk into a room and immediately kind of sense either the tension or the excitement,
Hmm.
you know,
Hmm.
and you can spend time with someone and either feel enlightened or exhausted, right?
Yeah. So that's what we're talking about today.
Yep.
It's about energy, presence, and then we are going to throw in some Reiki and what that means. And the reason why we're adding these, we'll call them modalities. I think that's what we called sound last week, is because awareness is great. And then we're also going to be speaking at a festival August 8th. And so we want to put in a plug for that too. So if you're interested, you want to see us, it's in LA and it's invitation. And we'll put a link in our we'll put a link in after our chat today.
Yeah, absolutely. And And so, what I think, just to expand a little bit on what you're saying, is that some of the things that we do incorporate the sound healing and the energy healing, and so which is the Reiki. And we wanted to talk about energy, and we talked about sound last week, but how and why is something like that important when you're on when you're going through your day to day life, or for some of you that are on a personal healing journey or a wellness, trying to get trying to have that spirit of wellness. And so these are some extra modalities that can help you achieve a lighter, calmer version of yourself.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. So, all right. Should we dive
Yeah.
in? All
So
right.
so we're going back into the feeling, like, like we said, we've met somebody and they just have a calm presence and
Mhm.
people might gravitate to that. People might think that's boring, but it's the energy of the presence and the calmness. Or you might meet somebody that's like just spazzy and you're like, I can handle you, but not for a long period of time.
Yeah. And that's kind of
Hmm.
right. That's the energy that they are exuding from themselves. And so
Hmm.
some people are in tune and can actually sense that a little bit more than others and can feel that, but guaranteed that everybody is responding to it
Hmm.
subconsciously or consciously,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Because
I
your
mean,
body is sense it, your nervous system senses the energy around you.
yeah. So it's something we don't always see, but we
Mhm,
do all experience it. This
mhm,
isn't like for people that are just like so in tune. It's not
mhm.
true. It can be you leave a family gathering and you're like, damn, I feel drained. Or, you had a work meeting and it was like, what just happened? Like, ugh, I need to
Yeah,
go for a walk or something. Yeah.
yeah. Or, feeling exhausted, right? Like you
Mm-hmm.
said,
Mm-hmm.
this would be exhausted, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah.
So I think we absorb more than we think. And I think it's really important to be aware of that, right? Because then we can maybe protect our own bubble of peace and calm and our own energy. I mean, so we gave some examples of like being with the family, a concert, how about walking into a hospital room? Oof. Could be something happy, maybe a baby was born,
Mhm,
or a
mhm,
wedding, right?
mhm, mhm.
An
Yeah.
argument.
Argument. Yeah.
Maybe
Yeah.
you're getting ready to go take a class at yoga. That's
Hmm.
cool. That'd be fun.
Okay.
But you can feel it before anybody even speaks.
Yeah, exactly. Because, and why is that? That's because our nervous system is constantly taking in that information,
Hmm.
right? And the information that it's receiving is the energy
Yeah.
that is exuded from other people, from other situations that's been left in the room, even that,
Yeah.
no one's there and the energy still is there. Um,
Yeah, sometimes it's not words, it's the feeling, like we said.
mhm, mhm.
Presence is very powerful.
Do you want to expand on that? You're saying your
Well,
presence, how we show up
yeah,
in places and what we leave, that the presence, our
yeah. I mean,
energy.
like, if you walk in a room and you're feeling something and you're not sure what it is, be present. You could read the room or you can just be present with yourself, right? You don't have to absorb what's going on in the room.
Yeah. And I think it's also just that statement is trying to let people know that, or just again, reiterating that your present, just your presence alone, um, exudes an energy that you may not be aware of.
Hmm.
Right. And
Hmm.
so this affects how you show up into the world. So if you want to show up into the world as a person who is chaotic and frantic and that is going to translate into your life, but that also is going to affect those around you.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So your presence is powerful because you have the power to change a room, a
Hmm.
situation, and change an argument to something positive or or
Or
not.
escalate it.
Right, or escalate it. And that's your presence. And your presence is that energy that we are talking about that others feel whether they know it or not.
Hmm.
Right.
Hmm. Yeah.
Yeah.
So when we talk about Reiki, it might sound mysterious because people don't understand it. People don't know about it even. It might be very foreign, but we just
Mhm.
kind of want to think about it a little bit differently and maybe
Yeah, or maybe introduce you
not
guys to it. Right.
not make it so woo-woo either,
Right. 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 So exactly. So what is Reiki? So
Mhm.
it's a very gentle practice that really encourages the body to relax and create space within, um, in the body and the mind for it to just settle down, to settle
Mhm.
down. So calm that nervous. Remember, we talked a long time ago about our nervous system and how we're always in that fight or flight.
Mhm.
And so Reiki is a way to kind of center and ground and return, calm the parasympathetic nervous system down and increase the sympathetic, which increases the rest and digest and relaxation.
Mm-hmm.
Um, it's not saying it's fixing anything,
Right. It's
right?
not
Or
forcing the
forcing.
healing process or anything
Mm-mm.
like that.
Yeah. It's just
It's
creating that environment, right?
mm-hmm,
For people to relax, to pause,
mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
and have the ability to reconnect with themselves. Right.
Okay. Have
Yeah.
you I know Erin can do Reiki, but what was it like when you received Reiki or when you were part, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, it's very interesting. Actually, I've had very different types of responses to this, to the Reiki that I've received in different times. So some of it is just very relaxing, and you fall asleep and you wake up and you're just feel lighter and a little bit more and calmer and a little bit more like rejuvenated. Um, there's other times where I've had a Reiki session where I've had very vivid dreams and almost like repurposing or rethinking of situations that have happened, and like restructuring them or reframing them and seeing them in a different way. And again, then waking up feeling a little clearer, like clarity, a little and calmer as well.
Okay. All right. I like that.
Yeah. Something's wrong with my eye. I'm sorry. It's really bothering me. Sorry.
It's okay.
It's like stuck. I don't know. Ugh.
And there's no guarantee. It's like with any treatment or any modality, even with sound, there's no guarantee that you're going to love it. There's no guarantee that you're going to relax into it. It's another opportunity to create
Right.
space for yourself and to be, which
Yeah.
I think be is very challenging for a lot of people because we
For
do.
sure.
Yeah.
For sure. And I think your first experience with Reiki or sound may not, you may not feel what we're talking about.
Hmm.
And that's because if you're the type of person that has never had anything like this, if you're the type of person that constantly lives in that kind of fight or flight or that chaos, that constant on the go, then yeah, it's going to be probably a little bit more difficult for you to relax in that very first session. But the more often that you experience that, then you will be more inclined to get into that state easier, quicker.
Yes.
Yeah. And and we have a question. Yes, we do Reiki.
I just answered it. Yeah.
Oh, you did. How did
Hopefully.
you answer
Hopefully I
it?
did it right. I don't know. It's just playing.
Okay,
But
cool.
most people, they seek Reiki not because something's wrong, but maybe because now it's time to look for a a, a way to be a little bit more quieter or because life is so loud. And so
Yeah.
this is a forced, kind of a force because you made the appointment, you created the space for yourself, and so now it's a forced presence of
Yeah.
being able to receive.
Right.
Um, yeah, I
Right.
mean, most people in our lives in California, whatever, they feel overwhelmed. We're mentally busy. We're always thinking, it never shuts off. Emotionally exhausted. We're running the
Mhm.
household, the kids, everything, and life and work and everything. And then we may not realize it, but our bodies, our nervous system is craving stillness. And that is
Peace.
very challenging you have to sit with yourself to feel that.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's not
Right.
easy.
No. And as and as people, and I'm going to just say as women, and especially, I feel like we are constantly giving to other people,
Mhm.
right?
Always.
Constantly
Yes.
going and
Yeah.
giving ourselves and putting ourselves last and everyone else first, right? And
Yeah. I mean,
so
and men do the same thing because
we do.
got to fix the house, got to do the lawn, got to do this. I got to go to work. I got to provide for the family and everything else. And then, you
There's no
know,
time for you.
mm-mm.
right? There's no time for you. And so it's, this is an opportunity for you to receive, and we can do that in very different ways. Like people can go and get a massage, and a massage is a wonderful way to release the tension, and relax the muscles and stuff. Um, Reiki is deeper because it's helping you release this extra stuff that is stored within your body, by, calming the nervous system down. You're releasing all that stuff that's kind of stuck in our bodies and creating space for, maybe just creating space, and that's why you feel lighter, right? That's why you feel clearer when when you're getting rid of the clutter.
We get to actually forced rest, receive, stop performing, stop fixing, simply being. Again, the fun, it just dawned on me. So typically we will seek these things out: chiropractic care, massage, Reiki, sound baths, or whatever, when we are so at our breaking point,
Mhm.
which, is sad, because we shouldn't be pushing ourselves so hard, because we're not listening. We're just
Right.
over doing until either you're sick, or you wake up and you're drained, you're not even refreshed anymore. And
Yeah.
this stuff
Yeah.
is so important.
Right. And I'm 100% guilty of doing exactly that.
Oh,
Right.
yes, that's why we're speaking. That's why
Yeah.
we're talking from experience.
Yeah. And still, it still seems, it's still, knowing all
Challenging to
this.
create the
Yeah.
space. Yes.
Yes. There's still not always, we're not always putting ourselves first, even though we know better.
Hmm.
So anyhow, so it's, we need to, um, this is just another opportunity to
Hmm.
just give back to yourself.
Hmm.
Right.
And
Yeah.
ask yourself, when was the last time you truly allowed yourself to receive?
Right. Yep.
Yeah,
Exactly.
it's been a while.
Not give, receive.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And what would that look like
Hmm. Hmm.
to receive? Like, what would that look like to actually receive? What would you feel like at the end of it, whatever it
Yeah.
is?
Yeah. Yep. And so I think, you know, um, I know we opened with talking about energies and all that stuff, and you don't have to understand it fully, and then we transition into Reiki, and sometimes it's so foreign to other people that they cannot understand it, and they're like, "How can you feel energy? What are you talking about?" Da, da, da. The I think the point is, if you can just allow yourself to experience something without feeling like you fully have to understand it, and just see what it does for you, and then you may, once you start to actually feel different, you may start to understand, and actually know what we're talking understand what we're talking about, right? After
Mm-hmm.
you
Mm-hmm.
can experience
Mm-hmm.
it. And again, it may not be after the first session. Like, you may need a couple of sessions, which I highly recommend. Don't stop after one.
No,
um because
because it'll be different every time.
it will be different every time.
Mm-hmm.
Once you experience it and you release some, you have more stuff to release, right, and let go, and you
Mm-hmm.
have more space to create in your body. And so it's going to get deeper and deeper each time you go,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
and yeah,
Yeah.
so
So whether, Reiki becomes a part of your journey, or maybe you want to just experience it and try it out,
Mhm.
by all means, you can reach
Yeah,
out to us.
yeah,
Um,
yeah,
but basically, we just want to remind you that slowing down isn't selfish. It's
right,
needed, you
right.
know?
And what's, sorry, I just want to say too, I just thought about, you don't have to be person to person. Like, there, you can do Reiki virtually,
Mm-hmm.
um, because it's energy,
Mm-hmm.
and that, we can feel, you can watch a video and feel someone's energy, right? So
Exactly.
it's the same, premise, the same thing. And so, um, yeah, we, can do virtual Reiki, or
Mm-hmm.
we could do it in person.
Mm-hmm.
But,
Mm-hmm.
we're hoping that today's conversation reminds you that slowing down isn't selfish. It's totally necessary and it's
Exactly.
needed, and we all need it, no matter who you are, or where you are, what you do. It's help. It's good for everybody to help
Mm-hmm.
you, right?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I mean, and just to go a step further and go to science and things like that. I mean, we have so many autoimmune diseases right now that really have no explanation other than we are constantly on overload, we're constantly overstimulated, and we're
Mhm.
not pausing to take care of our nervous system. We can go to the gym, we can exercise, but is that still grounding the inside of us? Is it still creating the space to be calm?
Right. Right.
Maybe, but I
Right.
think I think it now more than ever, it's really important just because of the environment that we live in.
Hmm. Exactly.
Yeah.
Yep.
So,
So don't need to do more. You just
no.
need to allow allow yourself to be, right. Allow yourself and give yourself the permission to try out different healing modalities, to experience new things. Um,
Yeah.
yeah, and heal yourself from the inside out.
Hmm. Hmm.
This isn't a band-aid. This
Right. Right.
it
Right.
is,
Right.
this isn't, you know.
So we
Yeah.
would love to hear from you. And
Hmm.
thank you, Shauna, for jumping on.
Yes.
If anybody has any questions or any thoughts about this or would like more information, just feel free to reach out. We are also on Instagram and Facebook.
Yes.
And again, we are going to be at the Legacy Elevate Festival, August 8th in LA. And on our Instagram, there's information about that too. And it's going to be a great morning full of sound and healing and all. It's going to be an awesome festival.
Yeah. A lot of personal development, basically, because
Mm-hmm,
then
mm-hmm,
it's healing, and then
mm-hmm,
some talks that maybe help you to be introspective,
mm-hmm,
right? Some deep work,
mm-hmm,
and then there's to be some fun mixed in. Like
mm-hmm.
it's
Yep,
going to be a party.
yep. There's going to be a party at the
So
end. So it's
yeah,
elevatelegacyfestival.com is where you can buy tickets and find out
yeah,
more information.
we'd
So
love to see you there. So like, subscribe, and
subscribe
share.
and have a wonderful day.
Yes, absolutely, and weekend, and we will see you next week.
Yep. Talk to you
All right,
soon.
bye.
Bye.